Welcome. I am Deb Szabo, and I am jumping behind the scenes of my brand new course, Content Catalyst Blueprint. And I wanted to give you a sneak peek because I've just finalized doing the last video for the course. Now, this is something that I've been working on for a little bit as far as getting all the course done, and now it's ready to release. Now, this is something that I've created based on all of the years that I've heard people's struggles with creating content marketing. So this isn't just for your social media. This is for all of your marketing activities to promote your business. And the idea behind creating a content catalyst blueprint actually came because my members, when I launched Content Catalyst membership earlier in the year, the first module that we started out the door with, the first month, was all about having a content marketing strategy and plan. So it made sense that I could actually then create a course for it, so people had the resources, because it was really hard to condense all the things of knowing what a content marketing plan does into a 1 hour session. So I was able to bring all those resources in, and that is what I want to share with you today. So let's jump in, and I want to show you what it looks like inside Content Catalyst Blueprint. So if you have been in my world, you'll know that you can actually do a Content Catalyst Blueprint one-to-one with me. And that is something that I launched a few months ago, and I've been doing the one-to-one sessions with people. However, again, as the more popular it becomes, the less my time comes. So I wanted to then be able to create an online program so you could actually do it yourself at any time. So let's jump in and have a look at the course. So I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to jump in. I'll make sure I share the right one. Okay, so this is behind the scenes of Content Catalyst Blueprint. There are 3 modules essentially in this course. So the first one, apart from that, that's actually a live coaching call that you get inside each month to answer any questions, and then we get started. So when we get started, I have actually created 3 simple modules that step you through the essentials of a content marketing strategy. So we break it down in the core, the content, and the create. So the core is all about the foundations. So what we do in the first few lessons, it's about defining what we're doing and why we're doing it. So in this module, we've got goals, audience, messaging, and keywords. So the thing about when we are creating content, and many business people that I speak with, they're creating content every day because they know they need to if they want to actually, promote their business. But often it's not aligned with any particular marketing strategy. So this exercise here will give you the outline of how you can take your business goals and align them to your content marketing goals. And this is the first and most important step that we do, because a lot of the time, if we're just creating a Canva tile to put on Instagram for the sake of actually putting out content, then we can probably spend our time more wisely elsewhere. That's going to get us better results a lot of the time. And so we really want to make sure that we're aligning what we're doing with both our business and our content marketing. So that's number 1. And then the next exercise is our audience. Now, back in August, I hosted a video challenge, and the video challenge was to create a sales video. Now, the sales video, I gave you a script, and we went through the first part of this exercise. The first day was all about understanding your ideal audience and your messaging, so you can actually create a sales script that resonates with your audience to connect with your buyer. So the first day was actually all about your audience and your messaging and your keywords that we actually covered inside the video challenge. And this was the part that most people struggle with the most. And one of the things that I did in this, I've created some exercises to help you identify your ideal audience, your messaging, and of course your keywords. Now, the thing is, when we used to do this the old way, it would take a lot longer for us to do it. Now we have the wonderful power of AI. And what you'll find is I have actually created an AI prompt with pretty much every single lesson with inside this course. Now you're probably thinking, but I don't use AI. I don't know how to use AI. Or maybe you just love it so much. Or you're probably a bit cynical because ChatGPT churns out the same thing. Well, I have created these AI prompts to really drill down and give you the best information. And one of the things that I did when I created this blueprint was to put it in a working document, because at the end of the day, as I mentioned, when you have a marketing plan, it's no good sitting in a drawer. You want it on your desktop, shortcut, so you can click on it and open it and use it every day. And this is what this is designed for. So when you actually dial in these 3 lessons, what happens is this becomes your content for your website. So content marketing isn't just all about social media. This is all about what you write on your website, what you write on your brochures, what you write in everything that you use. This all stems back to here. So our audience is understanding our cohort, which is our group of people, and then profiling that a person in that cohort as an avatar. So we get a little bit more deeper, and the more deeper we can get with our audience, the better it is that we can use the language and real life scenarios that they're using and answer their problems and answer their questions. All right, so messaging. Now, this is the biggest thing that I see people struggle with. Now, I'm actually going to share another screen with you. This is a worksheet, not that one, but there it is. Let me drag it across. All right, so share this tab instead. All right, so when you go through this part of the plan with the blueprint is we've actually got a spreadsheet. This is a Google Sheet. And the reason why I've got it as a Google Sheet is because I want you to be able to use this as a working document, but I want you to be able to upload this information into, I use Perplexity AI. I find the answers out of there are next level because it's not just scraping ChatGPT 4, it's scraping all the open AI and website and the internet for the answers. And it's really good for academic information as well. So if you're in the medical industry or any kind of academic side of things, then it's a great program because it cites sources as well. All right, so to dial in our messaging, I have developed what's called the vivid story. And the vivid story enables us to visualize our audience in detail, understand the impact if they don't work with us, articulate the value that we offer. And when people do work with us, what's the transformation they get and then the result. So when we go through this exercise, it really gives us a further and deeper understanding of our messaging that we can use across all channels. And of course, there's an AI prompt there as well. Now, when it comes to keywords, one of the things about keywords is the importance of understanding exactly how we can leverage those keywords to help us with being discovered online. So when we have, and I'm just going back to our tab again. So I will share this. So after our messaging, then we go over to our keywords. Now, our keywords are about helping us to get discovered and searchability. And one of the biggest things with AI programs is they are scraping the internet looking for information to match up. And it's not just like ChatGPT and Perplexity that are doing this. Think about TikTok. Anytime you Google something, all these programs are scraping the internet. So it's really important that we dial in our keywords. Now, you might just think, well, keywords could be like hashtags and things like that. We go a little bit deeper. We go into things like long tail keywords, for example, which are phrases that people are using. So we get quite deep in that keywords. And yes, you guessed it, there's an AI prompt to also help discover that. So once we do these exercises, we upload this information in and we build up our content marketing machine. Okay, so once we've done our core, then we get into content. So when we go to content, let's have a look at that one now. So this is where we look at our branding. Now, one of the things when we are talking about online is we want a consistent look, we want a consistent feel, and we want a consistent vibe. Yeah. So if you've already got a branding guide, that's fantastic. But sometimes what happens is a lot of people might have their business brand, but is that your personal brand? So this goes into a little bit more deeper. It goes into simple things like when you are creating videos online, have you got a consistent look with your headings and the captions that you're using so it's quite identifiable? Do you have a style how you come across? So if I look at some of the great creators, they have their system of they start with this shot, then they go to that shot, then they go to that shot, then they do the reveal, and they have a particular style. So this branding guide here helps you understand how to define your tone, your language and your vibe. Then we look at the platforms. Now, one of the biggest things is success leaves clues. So we want to look at what you're doing now and, of course, what you can do in the future. So we come down here, platforms, and we're going to do an audit on our platform. So everything's designed as a checkbox, and you can go through. I've got templates for all of the platforms. So if you want to update your LinkedIn banner, there it is. If you want to update your YouTube profile image or your banner, there are all of the Canva tile templates ready to go there. So I recently did I've been updating my and auditing my own social media at the moment. And I went through and I was like, cool, I can actually come over to here and I updated it on this date and I know where my resources go. So this is a really powerful exercise when you actually come in and audit all your content and make it consistent. So then we go into metrics. And again, what we measure grows. So there's a metrics form, really simple and nothing complicated. If numbers scare you, that's okay. This is not scary at all. It's just a simple way that you can track your data. Topics. Love this. So this is what sets us up so you never run out of content ideas again. When we go through this particular exercise, we have our content buckets or our content categories. Now, these are the topics that we use or our themes that we use to talk about in our business that relate to what we offer, but also the problems that our audience have or the motivations and questions that our audience have. So if I jump over to mine, for example, let's have a look here. So these are my content categories, and I know that Mondays I'm talking about marketing, tech tip Tuesdays, and it just becomes an automated thing for me. But this also makes up the hero topics of my monthly information as well, and we'll get into that in just a second. So once we come over here, we go through, and yes, you guessed it, there is an AI prompt to help you clarify and define your content categories and topics. Now, I want to sort of touch on this as well. You might hear some social media people talking about when you're creating social media, create educational content, create, behind the scenes or fun entertainment. This is not your content categories. This is an approach of how you tell your story, of how you deliver your story. This is very surface level and it's an approach to how we tell our story. When you do your topics, this is the real information that relates specifically back to your audience and your business. That's why this exercise is so important. All right, then we go back up to our final module. Now, just to let you know, I did the first module in like under an hour the other day. So if you're wondering, oh my God, there's so much in here, how long is this going to take me? It's not designed to be a hard course to do, and that is purely because you've got all the AI prompts and templates and resources in here. So the next thing we are going to look at is our planner, schedule, repurpose, and manage. This is the delivery point of where we get to. Now, if I jump back over to our worksheet, I'm going to go over to an annual planner. So for example, I'm in 2024. This is an example of, I share the screen. Okay, so this is my 2024 planner. Actually, this isn't one. It's just a copy and paste of an example. Mine is a lot fuller, but it gives you an idea of how we create our hero topics. And there's 2025 planner ready to go. So I put in here all my information. I put my holidays, my retreats, my conferences, when I'm going to launch, everything, school holidays, everything goes in here. And then, of course, my hero topics. Now, for those people that actually like to write things down, this whole course, I have created this worksheet, but there is also a workbook that you can download and, of course, have all the information in here as well. So, let me share my screen for that. So there is a book that you can actually use to download if you like to sit down and write things out and brain dump things. So there is a full workbook, playbook with this as well as the worksheet. And it's the same thing in there, just it's a different look. That's all because we're visual learners, right? Absolutely. All right, let's see what else have we got up to. Planner. So we've got our plan, and we're going to plan out our year with our hero topic. So by doing these exercises, you will get to the point by here where you can actually plan out a whole year's worth of content. Now, I'm not going to say that you're going to sit there and have like exactly your whole reel and your captions done in that time. What it means is you're going to have it planned out. When we have a plan, it makes it so much easier to come into the month going, what am I doing this month? And then going into the week, going, I know exactly what I'm creating this month. That is the whole idea of this. We look at how we can batch up and schedule our content. This is probably one of the most important things is we want to be able to create content in batches and lighten our load because you don't want to be standing there being, creating content all day, every day. So once we do that, then we get into the fun part, which is being able to repurpose content. What I actually help people with is how to create one video and turn that one video into 15 to 20 pieces of content marketing across Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, podcast, blog, so your website, YouTube. What else have I missed? Pinterest, like they're across multiple platforms. This is designed to give you the workflow and the checklist. So I'm going to give you a little sneaky peek of what this looks like. This is the ultimate repurposing guide. So I have literally given you a step-by-step checklist of each step on how to create one video and turn it into all that content. And I've given you all the templates for the thumbnails and the social media posts and things in here as well. All right, ready for the last lesson. This is all about, let me go back over here, managing our content. So the next thing is we want to look at how we manage our content. The thing is, I have used many different social media schedulers, and I've used many different project manager programs. And what I found is they're all good. Like there's nothing bad about them. What I find, however, is some are easier to navigate and some are cheaper. That's really what it comes down to. And some are more colorful and some you can add more automations into, but most are pretty good. What I've actually done with ours though is it's in a Trello board. So I've created a full content manager in a Trello board. And the wonderful thing about this is it's simple and it's free. So you and your team can use this. So over here, I've got our hero topics, and then I've got a Monday to Friday scheduler. So you can add in all your reels and things. If you prefer to look at it in a calendar layout, you can see it all here as well. Some people like to work on it a week. So if you wanted to do a week's worth, there it is. There's a week at a glance. But when it comes down to being able to create that one hero video and turn it into multiple pieces of content marketing, I have another template here already done for you. So that checklist that I showed you, this is already inside this content manager. So this content manager you can allocate. So I can put that, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that then. And then I can come down here and I'm like, cool, I am going to do that. And I'm going to allocate a time frame to do that. And then I can actually then, if I've got team, I can allocate my team member to do this particular job by then. Awesome. Now, here's the wonderful thing. Who doesn't love a checklist you can tick off? Now you go, gosh, there's a lot of things on this checklist. There's actually 22. But here's the thing. When you actually look at it like this, it might seem overwhelming. But if I was to go through the exact steps involved in creating a peanut butter sandwich, you'd be there going, we're up to 30 steps now. Okay, so it's not that overwhelming when you break it down into that sort of perspective. Now you can see here, there's 8 out of the 22 tasks done already on that week's worth of content. And I can get this done in like 3 hours now. Like I've got this down to 3 hours. Now you can choose to do this content once a month. You can batch up, spend a whole day recording, and then push out those tasks over that day, over the next day. I wouldn't do it if I recorded 4 videos. I'd be like, I'm doing that tomorrow. But you can definitely do that. And if you're doing it weekly, I'm doing mine weekly at the moment. But I can do that in, under 3 hours now. So I've spent more time making a silly reel that lasts for, 24 hours as opposed to this content will stay around for years because it's long form content and short form content in the mix. So that's one of the most important things. And you'll get into that into the course as well. All right. So that's it. That is Content Catalyst Blueprint. That is our online course that I am releasing next week. And this is available to everyone doesn't matter what your business is. This will apply to any niche, to any business that you might have. The principles are still the same. Now, because there is all the different lessons in here, you can, of course, do this one-to-one with me. However, this is designed to be an online course with the videos. And so as you go through each step, you will have a video in here. So you got your video, and then you'll have what tab on the prompt and any downloads and things that you have on here. And often there's a podcast episode with it as well to go in a little bit deeper. So this is Content Catalyst Blueprint. This is going to give you everything you need for all of your content marketing and be able to have a system and a workflow for you and your team to be able to create content easily and effectively. And there's also a community in this as well. So I'll be going live in there to give you some extra support if you get stuck. So if you're interested in the Content Catalyst Blueprint, I have a wait list right now. And if you jump on the wait list, you will be getting extra bonuses if you do want to jump in and snap up the course as well. But that'll be released on Tuesday next week. Now, that also coincides with Video Challenge. I am running another Video Challenge. And as I mentioned, when I ran the video challenge a few months ago, the first couple of modules, actually the first 3 modules, we actually came and we covered in the video challenge. So if you want a little taste of what it's like inside the blueprint, come and join me for a free coaching week next week. You can come and do the free video challenge to create a sales video for your website, for your social media, for your Facebook ads. Now, here's the thing. I actually didn't run ads last time. I ran ads this time to this program. And I caught up with Stacey, who's the Facebook expert, who actually jumped in last time and gave us some awesome feedback of what we need to do when we're creating a sales video for our Facebook ads. And we looked at our stats and the sales video compared, and because I ran an image, I ran a carousel, and I ran the sales video, and then I just ran a reel. And so I've got 4 ads running at the moment, and it's the sales video that's getting the most leads. So that makes me happy because then I know that what I'm telling you in it is actually working. So again, come and join me for the free coaching week, get a little snippet of what it's like inside Content Catalyst Blueprint. And if this is something that you are interested in, jump on the waitlist now so you get the extra bonuses before everyone else. And our Content Catalyst members, by the way, they get this course for free inside their membership. So if you want to be a member, just jump straight in because they're getting this course tomorrow. And so any of our members, they've already had a little bit of a preview at what's inside. But if you do want to jump in and be a Content Catalyst member, then you can get the course in there for free and also get the weekly sessions that we have and the workrooms to help you create content and the support as well. Alrighty, well, that's all from me. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, pop them in the comments. And hope to see you for the video challenge next week. We begin on Tuesday. See you then.